hello, my cutesy bootsy. Cutesy bootsy. Cutesy bootsy. All right, my girls. Gotta run to the restroom, girls. Sometimes it hits, honey. Sometimes it hits. Oh, Lord have mercy. Sometimes it hits, honey. All right, are we live? I think we're live. Okay, girls. Oh my God. Hello, my girls. Sorry about that. When I went live, I was like, oh, I need to go to the bathroom real fast. Sometimes it hits, honey. Sometimes it hits. How's my audio? Do I sound okay? Do I sound okay, my girls? Let me turn that up a little bit. How do I sound? How do I look? Okay, my girls, let me fix this chat real fast. First and foremost, how is everybody doing on this lovely Tuesday, July 4th? Hope y'all are having a wonderful 4th of July. Is everybody having a wonderful 4th of July, honey? Loud and clear. I sound good, Samantha says. Girl, when nature calls. When nature calls, grab y'all's. All right, girls. Hello. On another live Tuesday, we're going to watch some things. Thank you, girls, so much. Let me fix the chat real fast. It's hard for me to say. Let me fix that real fast. I hope y'all are having a wonderful day. It's a wonderful day in the neighborhood here in Bakerville. Filters. There we go. What color should we use this time? Let's see. I don't know why it always reverts to these different colors. Let's do yellow. I think yellow's pretty easy to read. What do you girls think? Yeah. Could do blood red, but that's too much. I think the yellow's cute. All right, girls, let's get started. Hello, Sean. Hello, Pricey. Hello, Betty Boo. Betty Blue. Sunny Smile. Smoke Berg. Samantha Eric. Pricey hosted a wonderful radio Pricey Pranks Radio in the Discord. Thank you again, as always, honey. If you girls would hit that like button, I'd really appreciate it. Hello, Smoke. Hello, Fractured. Pearl. Impeccable. Let's see. Arlene's here. Chris is here. So many girls are here, honey. Hello, all my girls. How about that? Hello, all my girls. This is to my girls. All right, let's take a look at some of these freakouts, and we'll get into the longer form videos. Hope y'all are doing well. Like I said, hit that like button, honeys. Let me look that up a little bit. All right, girls. It's a little hard to see, honey. All right. So apparently this lady's considered a Karen because, well, just take a look at this.
Yep. We're at a standoff.
So this is a standoff. Now, this is nothing related to January, 6th insurrection. This lady wanted this spot, so she got out of her car, or the car she was in with her driver, and she decided she was going to stand in the parking spot until the person could come back around. Now, I'm guessing this is LA. LA has horrible parking. Almost a lot of busy parts in California have horrible parking. So I don't know if I can judge this woman, because if this truly is LA, and I think it is, I mean, I could be wrong. Maybe this is Florida, but girl, them palm trees, I'm thinking LA. I don't know if I can blame this lady right here. She's considered a Karen, but I mean, I don't know. Would you girls get mad at this woman for doing this? I don't know if I would. Parking is out of control.
You're in the wrong. You're in the wrong. Yeah, you are.
You know how you get us pissed off. Do something entertaining. No parking, no peace. Just street. No parking, no peace.
No parking, no peace. Girl, the outfit though, seriously, rocking Drew Barrymore casual wear, totally.
You're protesting.
I mean, literally, Drew Barrymore. The question is, did she get out of her car to get the parking spot and didn't think it through? Maybe there's nobody else in the car, so she's trying to figure out how she can drive her car into the spot without leaving the spot. Think about that, girls. The Blessed Madonna. She totally looks like Black Madonna.
Let him park. Let him park.
What's crazy is this dude was apparently here before her, right? Because if she's behind, he's parking and he wants the spot. She doesn't want to give it up. Princess Leia has let herself go, honey. Totally true. Hello, Coffee. Hello, Fractured. I thought that one was kind of, wasn't nothing crazy. A lot of these freakouts are really bad. All right, Karen at the border trying to cut the line. Hopefully this isn't too insane. If it is, obviously we'll cut it because you just never know at the end of the day how these go.
Why did you cut the line? Why did you cut the line? I really don't appreciate you calling me a...
I love how she started explaining herself when I told her I was going to expose her. Cutting in line has no excuse. You wake up earlier, you come on time. Thanks for calling me a bitch, flipping me off, almost damaging my car. MagicCarePetRider.com. So it's a taxi service for a pet? Why are pets going in and out of either Canada or Mexico? That sounds a little, like, are you supposed to be taking animals back and forth across the border? I'm just saying.
Bitch, just make the line. Dude, like, can I fucking help you? You're really gonna hit my car.
Oh my God, she literally is cutting the line, honey.
Look at her how close she is to my car. Look at her. And she has her own business, y'all. Like, someone with the
Oh my
business
God. I don't think I'd use this lady for my animal, honey. No, ma'am.
like this. What's her business called? There you go. Pet something. Someone with a business should not be acting that way.
She mean?
You have your own business and you're really...
Fucking give a fuck. That's what you don't know about me, bitch.
Okay.
Look at her.
Hey, say hi to TikTok. 11,000.
Oh my God. 11,000
people want you
girls.
and your business. So I really hope you're...
We could to get in. We have a load of dogs that need to get to the
That's why you wake up earlier, ma'am. You wake up earlier, ma'am.
Load of dogs to get to the hospital?
I've been in line since 9 a.m. I've been up since 6:30 a.m.
And so have I. And these dogs came all the way from Rosemary.
It's okay. Everyone's going to see how you acted and how you're acting.
Fucking knows me, bitch.
Everybody knows her. Girl, she's world renowned, honey. World renowned. Congratulations, honey. All right. Now, this one is called The Last Chair in Musical Chair. Always gets crazy. So we're going to see. I'm guessing this is like a high school. Let's see how crazy this gets. Hopefully no copywritten music. Okay, they're going up. Can you even do this in school? Oh my God. Okay, he won. I think he won. No, he was sitting on it when it stopped, ma'am. Yeah, he won. Wait a minute. Can they do that in school nowadays? What are they giving these kids? Jesus Christ, these look like children of the corn. Honey, look like they're 50 years old. Maybe they're graduating late. No, no shade. All right, girls. No More Tears, 1993. This is the knockoff Tammy Faye Baker girl. You've seen her before. You've seen him once. You've seen him twice. Here she is. Let's see how this girl's doing. Jan Crouch, honey. Oh, depression. Even the very word strikes terror in many of your hearts. Over 25 million Americans suffer depression. I know. I really know. I am one of you. She is so coming for Tammy Faye Baker, girl. There is no hell on earth worse. Death is only the cure, I thought. Girl, she is really trying to get to the heartstrings.
The Sea of Galilee in Israel.
This bitch got to go on vacation to some damn sea, wherever the hell this is. All on our taxpayers' dime, honey.
very, very, very special to me.
Arlene, I think over 65 years, honey.
It's because Jesus lives
Oh, okay.
and lived here
Okay.
that I can face tomorrow.
It looks like she's wearing toilet paper.
Because
Girl, someone toilet papered
There's
her.
a time that I've talked about so many times on TBN.
Okay, who the hell is wearing white while walking down a dirt road, honey?
When all the joy that I had had as a child.
Honey, you're a millionaire, honey, and you pay no taxes. Shut the hell up.
All the times that I was able to cry as a child.
Okay.
In fact, I was known just
Does she have police witness tape or something? You know, like no trespassing crime
for
scene.
years as just the bubbly person that there was always fun. I was always happy. But one
It feels
day
like
in
a cult, doesn't it?
1973, something very, very awesome happened to me.
You joined a cult church and got money.
There came a time in my life when there were no more tears and there was no more joy. And I didn't understand it. So many of you that have
Is
gone
she dead?
through
If
it
she is dead, she
understand
just
it.
died, base
And
base.
only you that have know what I'm talking about. There was a time when
Bam.
nothing was funny and nothing was sad. And all I can describe depression, the only way you can describe it, is a living hell.
Okay.
You're alive on this earth.
Chris, but after the human sacrifice,
You
and have
know you're
happiness and a new
alive
soul,
because
totally.
the pain
Girl,
is
she's gonna be
there.
stained, honey.
You know you're living.
Girl, this bitch is
because
using shout,
you
honey.
see
She's got a Tide
something
pin in her
the
pocket.
mirror. But it isn't you. It isn't the person you knew. And you don't know.
She died from a
what
massive stroke in
happened.
2016.
You just begin to
Thank you,
feel
midlife.
hopeless. You begin to feel helpless. I
never
that
cared
the
for her. She
time
was
came
clearly
when
a
I didn't
knockoff.
even anymore
She was a
want
Christina to our Brittany,
read
honey.
God's
Obviously, I mean, no
precious
shade towards
word.
Christina. Christina was better.
That
But you know what
meant
I'm
more to
saying.
me than anything in the world since the time I was a child. But I got to the place where I didn't even want to read his word.
Oh.
My mind was so destroyed, I would look in the mirror and didn't even want to dress.
Jesus.
I couldn't eat.
Mike, where
For
the
a
hell
long
is she?
time,
Okay.
In the beginning.
Is it going to end, literally, is this going to end with her, like, in a field up to her boobs, honey? Like, seriously, she is literally, now it's halfway up there, girls.
Depression, so many of you know. Anytime anyone would say anything to me even, I would either cry or just go away. And most of the time, I
like,
would
I'm
just
scared
find
she's going to get
myself
bit by a
completely
rattler,
isolating
honey,
myself
or a
from
crocodile.
everybody and everything. Music that
Girl,
I
she's going to have
loved,
ticks all up in her giant,
people that I
Samantha.
loved,
She's going to have to pray them
my
out,
husband
honey.
that I loved, and most of all, and the most devastating to me as a mother, was my children
Chris.
that I loved. And here I was, trapped in this body that I could
This body where
see
you're
in
getting
the
tax
mirror,
money, girl, and
but I
shading the
didn't care
gays.
about, I didn't like,
Copying
didn't
Timmy
wanna be
Faye.
around.
Hello, Sherry G.
I
Honey.
didn't want to help. I didn't want to do anything but die.
Jesus.
I remember one day that I was laying really in my bedroom because I got to the place where for many, many, many days, I wouldn't even come out of my bedroom.
She smelled a feces.
I remember one day I was just sitting, and I don't know why, but I just went over and sat in the corner of the bedroom, all huddled up in a huddle.
Girl, she
Just
literally is
kind
the
of rocking
Dolly
back
Parton
and
meets
forth.
Tammy Faye.
Just sad, but
Plot
not
twist, this is her
sad.
ghost talking.
Wanting to
Girls, there's
scream,
49
but
of
I
y'all.
couldn't
Hit that like button,
scream.
girls. If you wouldn't
Wanting to
mind.
cry,
Girl,
but I
she is
couldn't
crying.
cry. And the only thoughts that would come to me.
That's right, Chris. Remember to girls to
Or
like this
death.
video or you'll wake up tomorrow stranded in
And
the
I want
field.
to tell
That's
you
true,
where I
honey.
was. I remember sitting there in
Jeff.
the bedroom, and I could
Depression's
hear Paul
going to drop
Jr.
on her party list
and
when
our
Lyme
nephew,
disease
who
starts
was
from all
about
those
11 and
ticks,
13
honey.
at the time. And I remember I heard them day after day trying to fend for themselves. I would get up and try to function.
Should we give her some British
as a
music? Let's
person
see if we
and
can
a
find
mother
some
and a
British
wife.
music.
But those of you that are going through depression, you know what it's like. You can't. You just
English
can't.
country garden.
I would want to pick dirty
I would
clothes
want.
up and wash
I would
them.
want.
And I couldn't. I would want to make the bed, and I couldn't.
Bed.
I would want to clean
Yes,
myself
honey, get
up,
that Oscar,
and
Meryl.
somehow I just
Get that Oscar, honey.
And I remember one day I heard Paul Jr. and Matt downstairs trying to fend for themselves. And all of a sudden, I heard them in the kitchen trying to cook.
Yeah.
And I smelled
Feces.
burning beans and things. And little Paul Jr. came up to me.
Burning
And he
beans.
saw me in the corner sitting there, disheveled and not dressed and sad and staring out of glassy eyes. And he said to me, "Mommy," he said, "what is
Trixie
it that
Mattel
you
in
put
2040
baked
jar,
beans that
totally.
make them taste like you used to make them taste?"
Tastes
He
like
said, "I was
you.
trying to cook for Matt." And he said, "The baked beans just don't taste right. What do you put in them?"
Oh, love
couldn't
and tax-free
even cook.
donations. Of course, she got
And
a
I
wad
looked
of
at this
hundreds in her
child that
hand.
I loved more than anything in the world. And his little t-shirt was filthy. His jeans were filthy. He had had no care from a mother for weeks and weeks.
Oh my
and
God.
weeks.
She didn't
And
take care of
that's
her
the place
children
I
for
was in.
months, honey. She dabbing her cheers with Benjamin. So
Where
true,
we live
honey.
in Southern California, God led us to a place over 20 years ago now that's about 1.5 miles walking to the beach. And I remember one day in my desperation sitting and crying, Satan constantly trying to tell me where I would be in this
Okay.
state. And I remember I was sitting in my bedroom again one day, just laying across the bed.
If we
All
took
of
a
a sudden, I
holiday.
could feel evil that only you that have gone through depression
If we
know,
took a
that
holiday.
evil, that chilling evil that comes on you. And I was sitting there, and it was like I was carried away, and Satan was just tormenting me with death. And in a vision, Satan took me.
Amber Heard sheds more
And I
tears in her
was walking
tears in her
down
trial than
a
this lady
hall.
totally fractured.
Of an old, horrible old building.
Uh-oh.
I could hear people
Okay, we need some sad
screaming
music
out
now,
of
girls.
locked
Hold on.
doors on either
Let's
side,
help her out,
as in
girls.
this horrible thought, vision, whatever it was Satan was putting me through. I was walking down this old horrible building, and I could hear screaming and moaning coming out of locked doors on either side. And I was walking slowly down, and I finally got to the one at the end, the very end of the hall. And as I looked in to that window, I saw the most beautiful human being I thought I had ever seen in my life. Brown, ugly, unwashed hair hanging matted all over the face of this lady.
She must have loved
Dirty face, dirty fingernails, sitting
with
there
a dirty
with a
face
straight jacket on,
dirty
just rocking
finger,
back and forth, back and forth, back and forth.
back and
And I
forth,
back and forth, back and forth, back and just rocking back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And I back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And I looked through the door and forth. And I back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Just rocking back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Rocking back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And I looked back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Just rocking back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And I looked through the door in horror of horrors when I could see close enough to the person that it was me sitting in that padded cell. Satan was showing me what
Is this going to be a whole video of her crying right now?
sitting there horrible. And I could hear myself, I saw myself, and I could hear myself crying out, Polly, help me. To myself, Polly, help me, help me, help me. And then all of a sudden I was back in my bedroom, horrified, heinous, hideous, the picture that I had seen of me and where I would be in this depressed state that Satan had put me in. And all of a sudden I thought, I'm only 1.5 miles from the beach. I could just put on something right now. I can't put my family through this person in a padded cell, locked away in some horrible building, rocking, screaming for Paul Jr. I can't put my family through
Oh, it
that.
sounds like she's in an adult film.
And
All
I
right,
thought,
hold
I'll get
on.
up. Slowly down, and I finally got to the one at the end, the very end of the hall. And as I looked in to that window,
Oh.
I
Wow.
saw the most pitiful human being I thought I had ever seen in my life.
She won a Christian TV Daytime
Ugly,
Emmy.
unwashed hair hanging matted all over the face of this lady. Dirty, dirty face, dirty fingernails.
Dirty face.
Sitting there with a straight jacket on, just
Straight
rocking
jacket
back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And I looked through the door in horror of horrors when I could see close enough to
She
the person
was the
that
dirty
it was
girl.
me sitting in that padded cell. Satan was showing me what he had in mind for me, sitting there horrible. And I could hear myself, I saw myself, and I could hear myself crying out, Polly, help me. To myself,
Polly, help your mama. She needs some help
And then all of a
right
sudden I was
now.
back in my bedroom, horrified, heinous, hideous, the picture that I had seen of me and where I would be in this depressed state that Satan had put me in. And all of a sudden I thought, I'm only 1.5 miles from the beach. I could just put on something right now. I can't put my family through this person in a padded cell, locked away in some horrible building, rocking, screaming for Paul Jr. I can't put my family through that. And I thought, I'll get up. And I remember getting up off the bed. And I thought, I'll just put on a raincoat. And I remember walking down the steps of my house to the front where the raincoat was. And I thought, I'll just walk out the door. And it's only 1.5 miles to the beach. And I'll never quit walking. And maybe somehow they'll never know. Maybe they'll think I drowned it. Maybe they'll never know that Satan had destroyed me so by taking away my life, by taking away my joy, by taking away my tears. That all I saw was myself, either locked in a padded cell for life, screaming with matted, ugly, dirty-haired bodies, or either drowned in the Pacific Ocean. And that's where I was.
Jesus.
This went on week after week after week after
Okay.
week.
Girl, she
And those of
bragging.
you that have been there, you know, I tried to listen to Christian music, and I couldn't. I would try to talk to people, and it was like my jaw would be locked. I couldn't even talk to people.
Is she, I mean, is she literally walking to the end? Like, is she going to do it in this video?
Even talk to people. Satan is
Berg,
the most
I guess
heinous
torch it,
robber
honey.
of life. He will rob you of your joy. He will rob you of your dignity. He'll rob you of your life. He'll rob you of your family. He'll rob you of your husband.
He'll
What
rob
he
you all
really
night
was
long. He'll
after
rob
at
you,
the time was
honey.
Trinity
He'll rob you a long
Broadcasting.
time, honey.
If I had destroyed
Jesus will rob you a
myself
long
in a
time.
horrible way, it would have been just so awful for Paul.
In the end, she
And that
swan
was
dives
Satan's
into
plan.
the sea. Talking about Pauly Shore. He almost drove her to
Week
die.
after
honey.
week after week, Paul tried everything he knew to do. One Sunday morning, why Paul thought of this, I really don't know.
Brian, she does
But it
kind of
was the
favor Paula
beginning
Dean
of my
here.
miracle.
If Paula Dean ate
It was
Tammy
Sunday
Faye Baker
morning, we
and
loved
Dolly
a
Parton.
church that we had been going to for many years,
I
Santa
love you a
Ana
long
First Assembly of God.
time.
And one Sunday morning, Paul just said, where I hadn't dressed, I hadn't combed my hair, I hadn't brushed my teeth, I hadn't done any of that stuff for so long. And he said, we're going to get up this morning and go to church.
And we're going to bob, huh?
I said, honey, I don't know if I can. He said, yes, we're going to church this morning. So we got up and I got dressed. I don't even know how. And we
Got
slipped
dressed,
in
cleaned my
on the very
cooter,
back
cleaned my
row of
teeth,
Santa
cleaned my
Ana First
nails,
Assembly.
cleaned my
I
hair.
could take you right to the
Got
place.
dressed, cleaned my cooter.
I don't
cleaned my
remember
teeth,
anything
cleaned
that
my
was
nails,
sung. I
down
don't
there,
remember anything
cooter.
that was said.
It's rough. Busty.
I just remember
really
at the
nice.
end of the
Cleaned it.
service,
Really,
I looked to
wax
the
it
right
like a
where
car
we were sitting,
wash.
and down at
Right.
the altar,
cooter clean. Cooter
there
clean.
was the
Cooter
pitifulest
clean. Mr. Clean.
Santa Ana
Look
First
down,
Assembly.
look
You
up,
don't see
look left,
pitiful
looking to the right. It's
people like
looking really bad.
disheveled,
Cooter clean. Cooter clean.
badly
Cooter
dressed,
clean. My cooter. Cooter clean.
long
Cooter
brown,
clean. Cooter.
stringy hair,
Cooter
little
clean.
girl,
Clean.
girl,
Clean. Mr.
maybe
Clean.
25 years
Open
old
it up,
at the
look
altar.
it out, check it out.
And I
It's got a
thought,
SAM
"Oh,
password,
Pastor
check it
doesn't
out
see
now.
her. She's
Cooter
crying.
clean,
She
cooter clean,
needs
cooter,
help."
cooter clean.
The
Cooter
service
clean.
was ending and
It's really clean.
no one commented on this girl that was at the altar. And all of a sudden, how God could even speak to me at that time in the state I'm in, it was
Went
only
to
a
church.
miracle.
Clean.
But in my heart,
Went home.
I heard him say,
Clean.
go
I showed my
minister
friends.
to this girl.
Clean. I showed a nun.
And in
Cooter
my
clean.
spirit, I
Cooter
wanted
clean.
to just
Cooter, cooter,
laugh,
cooter clean. Cooter
minister
clean.
to
Cooter,
her.
cooter, cooter clean.
There is
Cooter
no
clean.
one in the
Cooter, cooter,
whole
cooter
wide
clean.
world
But
that
cooter's
is
clean.
hurting
Mr. Clean.
more than I am. I haven't laughed. I haven't cried. I haven't even dressed until today. How can I minister to her? And all of a sudden,
I
the
walk
second
in,
time, I
show my
heard in my
cooter to the
spirit,
pastor. He says
"Go
it's clean. Cooter
minister
is really clean.
to that
He wants to
young
pray.
lady."
He wants to pray to my cooter. I let him in,
And
and
then
my
I said,
Cooter, cooter,
"Lord, I
clean.
just
Cooter,
can't.
clean.
I
Cooter,
can't."
cooter, cooter, clean.
And I
Cooter,
didn't.
clean. Cooter,
But
clean.
no one
Cooter, clean.
else saw her. No one else
It's really
seemed to
clean.
even see her again.
Caroline,
And
you
all
hear
of
your
a sudden,
daddy?
the Lord spoke to me again and said, "Go minister to that young lady."
Oh, God.
I got up,
Where is this bitch
kind of
walking?
edged down
Hello, Anime
the
Honey.
corner of the benches and went and knelt down by this precious lady.
What is
No one
happening?
else had seen her, and no one else went to minister to her. And as I knelt down by her, I heard the saddest, most pathetic story that poured out of that precious
Oh my,
lady.
saddest,
She had
pathetic?
been raped and molested
Oh,
and left to
Jesus
die.
Christ, girl.
Out to
Next.
me all
How is she gonna? She's telling her story, and she calls her story after that pathetic. Why?
horror that this precious lady had
Jesus.
gone through.
They always take it
And
there,
I
honey.
heard myself for the first time in weeks and weeks saying, "But Jesus loves you. Jesus can Jesus forgives us no matter what. And Jesus can help you learn to love again, even those that have hurt you."
Jesus
I heard myself saying that to her. I don't remember anything else at that service except a great, big, unbelievable hug from this precious lady that I had gone and talked to. And then we went home. Still, the depression stayed. Still, it stayed. For a few more days, few more weeks.
She's still
when you're
not
going through
done,
depression, you
honey.
really
What
lose
is
all
this lady
track of time.
going?
You really lose all track of life. You just lose
Ma'am,
your
this
life.
is a McDonald's
And that's
potato field, and we need to
Satan's
harvest,
ploy.
honey. All right.
And one night, after it had been several months, and after I had ministered to that precious lady, Paul had gone to TBN. I wasn't even able to function or go.
She
He
never
had
heard of
gone and had
Prozac.
left me all alone there at the
Girl,
house.
she's going to the end of
Paul
the
Jr.
land,
had
honey.
gone to work at TBN. Little Matt, 11 years old, ran the cameras. They were all
This is
down
like a
there, and
stream
there I
of
was
consciousness. This
dying
is not
in our
normal,
house. I hadn't
honey.
cried. I hadn't laughed. And all of a sudden, on the television, TBN, I had just happened to turn it on, came a little squeaky
Oh, is she going to say
voice.
TBN saved her?
Someone that can hardly sing, but it doesn't matter when the
Oh,
anointing
who is
of
she
God
shading about not being able to sing on
and the
TBN?
song came on,
Is she shade? I think this bitch just shaded. This bitch just shaded Tammy Faye. Girl, I would slap that wig off your ass and I'd slap your ass into that ocean, you horrible bitch. Don't you come for Tammy, bitch.
That is greater than all of our sins. And for the first time, I listened to that song and I thought, grace, unmerited favor. I don't deserve it, but God gives it to us anyway. Grace that is the
I will knock
greatest
that Shirley
thing,
Temple
the
wig off that
greatest
bitch
gift
into the
that we
ocean. It
can
will go,
ever
honey.
receive. The mystery of all time.
Her shading
was
Tammy like that.
God was going to send us grace. And I listened to that little squeaky
You stole
voice playing the
that
organ,
satellite
singing,
bitch, and you know you did,
"Grace,
honey.
Grace,
They stole that
God's
satellite, honey.
grace." And all of a sudden, I felt that river that flows from the inside, and I began to cry And I began to cry, and I began
Girl,
to cry.
is this
and I
Trisha
began to
Paytas,
cry
honey, in her Christian
because
faith?
of that
Anime totally.
song,
Girls, if you just
because
joined in,
of
hit that like
Christian
button, girls.
television,
Please hit that like button.
and
Please,
because
Christina.
of God's
Christina, please.
grace,
Christina, hit that
I
like
was
button, Christina.
able to
Christina,
get my
please hit that like
tears
button,
back
Christina.
again. And because I had ministered to
She's literally
someone
going to cause the
worse
ocean to
off than
overflow
me
with these
that
fake-ass
began
tears.
the miracle. You know, the tears came, but yet I hadn't received my joy back.
Oh.
Nothing was funny. Nothing made me happy. I could cry again, but the laughter hadn't come. It was so hard for Paul. He had always seen me laugh. When everything was bad, we could always laugh. We always had our joy. We could always find something funny. And I needed a miracle from God to receive back my joy.
He needs a joy.
One night, we just went to bed like any other night. At that time, I had never been to Israel because this was many years ago. It was in 1973.
Okay.
I had never been to Israel, but in the middle of the night, all of a sudden, I was carried away in a wonderful, beautiful, unbelievable dream. I was walking along a sea that I had never seen before. And it was beautiful, and all in here were beautiful flowers and trees. And there were several men that were standing around. Over on the water, there were some old boats. And I thought, my goodness, where am I in my dream? Where am I? And as I was walking along in this beautiful area, watching the water, I turned and I heard some men talking. And I looked, and sitting behind a tree, just like this, was someone that I recognized. Standing all around here were men standing in robes. The boats were there, and I was standing maybe this far away from the tree. They began to talk to each other and converse. I could see that one would come over here and talk, and one would go down to the water. They would check the boats. And then all of a sudden, one of the disciples, who later I believe who it was, went over and talked to Jesus, who was sitting at a tree just like this, just sitting there watching the water. And as he leaned over and said something to Jesus, Jesus looked up at him and kind of said, "What? What was that again?" Like he was wanting to hear it real well. And the disciple leaned over again and said something to Jesus. And the disciple began to laugh with something very wonderful. They were all having a wonderful day in a place like this, the Sea of Galilee. But all of a sudden, my Jesus sitting here began to laugh. And he began to laugh with an unbelievable joy. Only joy that the Lord can give you, the joy of the Lord. I remember he leaned clear back against the tree and then clear up and just began to laugh and laugh and laugh and laugh and laugh. And you know how when you hear someone laugh, You just want to laugh with them because the joy of the Lord is so unbelievable. And in my dream, I begin to laugh and laugh with Jesus and the disciples right here. And I remember I woke straight up in the bed just laughing and laughing and laughing. And Paul woke up. He said, honey, you're laughing. You're laughing. What happened? I said, I'll have to tell you later. It's just the joy.
Girl, and this is when he divorced you, honey, because you were effing crazy. This lady is insane.
Lord, and I've got my joy back because Jesus
Jesus
gave it back. It was a miracle, a total, absolutely miracle. Jesus wanted us to know that he's joy. He is healing. He is peace. He's life.
He's squirmed.
He is the joy of our life. He is
This is how Stella got her shine
and
back.
because he lives, we can face anything with the joy that the Lord gives us. And I laughed 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 and I wouldn't quit laughing. And Paul began to laugh with me. I remember we just sat in the middle of the bed and laughed and laughed and laughed and laughed and laughed, realizing that finally I had been healed out of the depths of hell where Satan had tried to take me. And yet my Jesus, in all his life, in all his goodness, had given me back my life for good. I remember in the middle of the night when I was laughing, I wanted so much to just keep it. I thought, oh, if I wake up in the morning and this joy is gone, what will I do? Because I haven't felt joy in so long. And so I began speaking in my
Wait, is she
heavenly
still in the
language.
Middle East
I
though when
hadn't
this
done that
happened?
for so long.
She's still in the Middle East, right?
Praying in my heavenly language. And then the joy
She better put a
just
burqa on,
rolled
honey.
and rolled and rolled. And there Paul and I just maybe for an hour.
She's
or
rapping
two,
now.
Just praying in our heavenly language and just letting the joy of the Lord just heal me from the top of my head to the soles of my feet. And the joy came back. The tears had come back. And I had been healed. I had been healed. Totally,
Girl,
totally.
I think a wolf is gonna get her, honey. She's gonna start walking on the highway in a second.
Parts of the story. That is the miracle part of just the joy and the tears finally coming back through the miracle of the Lord. But the beautiful part of this story is I had never been to Israel at that time.
Oh, she is in Israel.
I had never been here. I didn't know where I was when the miracle took place. Several years later after that, we had the joy of bringing a tour group over to Israel. And we were just driving along in the bus, and
What
all
the
of
heck?
a sudden...
Why is she doing her little girl voice? Okay, Britney Spears. What the hell?
in the bus over to Israel.
Her little Britney voice.
And we were just driving along in the
little
bus, and all
And we were just riding around. And we went to the Israel. And we met with the natives. Israel. Israel. And I had a little kid's meal. And then they let me keep the toy. Even though I'm 64, they said, you can still have the kids' meal. And so I had the kids' meal. And I didn't get everything that they had. But I had the kids' meal.
of a sudden, I looked up, and there was something that looked so familiar to me. All of a sudden, I was back in my dream, back in my vision. And I realized that where I had been when Jesus healed me was right on the Sea of Galilee in Israel. And I looked up and I saw the tree, and I saw the water, and I saw where the boats had been. And I said, Jesus was sitting under one of those trees right down there looking at the water. And I came down here, and now this is my favorite place to come in Israel. I've been here 18 times, and every time I come, I want to come to the Sea of Galilee. Every time I come, I want to come to the Sea of Galilee. Every time I come, I want to come to the Sea of Galilee. And every time I come, I want to come to the Sea of Galilee. And every time I come, I want to come to the Sea of Galilee just to thank Him again and again and again and just to thank Him again and 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 again Him again and 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 because if it weren't for Jesus, I would be dead. If it weren't for Jesus, I would not have Jesus, or even Jesus is the one. Jesus is the one. Jesus is the one. Jesus is the one. And I heard a statistic the other day that 1 out of 4 people in America are suffering from depression. I have been there. I know what you're feeling. I know the hopelessness. I know the helplessness. I know that you feel there is no way. But I want to tell you there is one that came out of a grave right over here in Jerusalem. He died on that old rugged cross, took every stripe for our healing so that we don't have to be sick. I went in that tomb the other day and He is not there. He came out of that grave and He rose. He lives today so that you can be healed. And I just want right now in the name of Jesus to tell you, let Jesus come into your heart first of all. The simplest Jesus come into your heart first of all. The simplest thing, Jesus come into your heart first of all. The simplest thing in the world that you can do is ask Jesus to come into your heart. My little daddy is ask Jesus to come into your heart. My little daddy is ask Jesus to come into your heart. My little daddy used to say ask Jesus to come into your heart. My little daddy used to sit me up Jesus to come into your heart. My little daddy used to sit me on his knee when I was 2 years old. My little daddy used to sit me on his knee when I was 2 years old. And we used to sit me on his knees to come into your heart. My little daddy used to sit me on his knee when I was 2 years old. My little daddy used to sit me on his knee when I was 2 years old. And we used to sing my on his knees to come into your heart. My little daddy used to sit me on his knee when I was 2 years old. My little daddy used to sit me on his knee when I was 2 years old. And we used to sing my favorite little song. It was just a little song that he and I loved to sing. See, he preached around the world, but he had to make sure that his baby knew Jesus as her personal Savior. And those of you that don't know Jesus,
I've
this
written a letter
wonderful
to Daddy. Written
just
in my letter
ask
while
him
I'm
to
sitting
come
on his
into your
knees.
heart
Letter
and sing this
to
little song.
Daddy.
Just say,
Written a letter to Daddy
my heart.
on his knees.
Into
I write a
my
letter to
heart.
Daddy.
Come into
been-
my
been a
heart,
baddie.
Lord Jesus. Come in
Daddy.
today and come in to stay.
She written a letter
Come
to
into
Daddy.
my heart,
She
Lord
really being
Jesus.
a baddie.
And now that you've
been
done
written
that,
a
the
letter.
next step is to know that Jesus is your baptizer. He wants you to receive a gift that he gives us.
When I go
where
outside,
Jesus says,
make
speak
sure I got
in
two
other
things.
tongues.
I got my
And it's a
moisturizer, my
wonderful
baptizer.
gift. We was in the
Moisturizer,
upper room where that
baptizer,
glorious
moisturizer,
Pentecost came down just the other
moisturizer,
day. You can just feel the
baptizer,
aura all around that
moisturizer,
place. You can
baptizer.
receive the baptism
When
of
I
the
go
Holy
outside,
Spirit.
I got
And
my
let
moisturizer,
Jesus be
and
your
my
baptizer.
baptizer,
And receive that
moisturizer,
wonderful gift that Jesus commanded we
moisturizer,
receive. And then
baptizer.
receive him as your
I got my
healer.
moisturizer.
And let him
I got
be
my
the one that
baptizer.
takes away that pain.
I got my moisturizer.
That pain that eats you and stabs you in your stomach and you feel you want to die. I bind that evil right now. In the name of Jesus. I bind it from 1 out of 4 people in America that are suffering as I suffered. Be healed.
Hallelujah.
In Jesus' name. Receive your healing in
Man.
Jesus' name. Receive those tears back that you haven't had in so long. Receive the joy of the Lord.
What?
I
Girl, she's
pray
speaking in tongues. Wait a minute.
I pray in Jesus' name that you receive I receive the joy of the Lord. The joy of the Lord. I pray in Jesus.
Wait, look at what the Google's thinking she's saying. Look.
Receive the joy of the Lord.
Moroka Shelley under little Amore Akashe. Jibber chomp, jibber chomp. Come on, la 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 la. I mean, you can make anything talk. We can just make your own words. See, watch to the beat.
Be healed and whole and well in Jesus' name. So many times since then, Satan knows that he can scare me with a little fear, to try to put those fiery darts of the enemy back in my spirit. When things happen at Trinity
Honey, those
that I
are
feel we
tumors.
have no control over, the fiery darts of the enemy will hit me in my stomach again.
What?
But one night in the middle of the night,
Honey, that's
after
bad
someone
food.
had
Honey, you shitting
started
yourself.
an awful thing about Trinity that wasn't even true. One night, I was
Oh,
laying
okay.
in the bed again.
Oh,
And the
God.
fiery darts of the enemy, those fear darts began
Honey,
coming
those are
against my
pooping
spirit.
pains.
Just shooting in my spirit, shooting in my
Oh, my
spirit,
God,
the fiery
Samantha.
darts of the enemy. And I was laying there and I thought, oh God, I can't, no way, I can never go through depression again. I can't, this fear, I can't take it, I can't take the fear. And all of a sudden as I was laying there, I heard the most, this fear, I can't take it, I can't take the fear. And all of a sudden as I was laying there, I heard the most beautiful voice speak in the middle of the night. Jan.
Jan.
Jan, you're gonna be fine, Haley. I'm gonna put the money on the dresser. You're gonna be just right, Haley. You're gonna be fine, Jan.
I
I have
not
not
given you
the
the spirit of fear
a fear, but of love,
and power
power,
and a
and a
sound.
sound.
And I
am
sat
set
straight up in the
straight.
middle of the bed. I said, Satan, you tried it once on me, but now I know the authority I have in the name of Jesus Christ. And I said, spirit of fear, leave this room. Spirit of depression, leave this room. And immediately, the joy of the Lord filled my spirit. Now I know I have the authority over that evil spirit that will try to destroy and has tried to destroy you. You have the authority in the name of Jesus. And through his precious word, use his word against Satan just like he did. Jesus used his word against Satan. He used this word and it destroyed him. And that's why we need to fill our heart. See, the first thing Satan tries to do when you get in depression is don't read the word. Don't listen to Christian music. Don't listen to Christian television. That's what's gone through so many of your minds. But fill your mind and heart with the word. Fill it with music. Fill it with Christian television. And let the joy of the Lord reign and rule in your life. And receive your healing. Just like I did when I saw Jesus here on the Sea of Galilee. I love you. And to a lot of you, that is important for someone on this earth to love you.
10 minutes of this,
It's
y'all.
important to me
Girl, we're going
to
to
be
speed this
loved.
bitch up.
But let me tell you something. There was a man
Oh,
that
my
lived
God.
and walked right here where I have
Jesus.
walked. He died on the cross and took all of your sin and all of your pain and all of your sorrow and took it. But he came out and ever intercedes for us. He's praying for you right now. Jesus is praying for you right now. And you're going to make it. And you're going to be healed. And you're going to be blessed. And you're going to receive your... We'll do the same. In the name that is above every same power.
She is still going, honey.
Will enter right now into those precious ones. Raise them up, Lord. Touch them.
She's still going.
Of the Lord, the joy of the Lord. He was sitting right and is joyful and is full of
So are
Jesus
you going to
as I
jump or
come.
not,
And so
honey?
are you, Jesus. So are you. Thank you. Thank you for healing.
Jesus.
You'll dry the tears from
You'll dry the tears from your eyes.
Take the pain from your heart.
From your heart.
He'll move the
clouds from your sky. Girl, get that P.O. box for that money, honey. Jesus. Bitch is crazy. Bitch is crazy. Okay, let's see what this is. Oh my God, we made it, girls. We made it. If you like that video, girls, make sure you like this video, please. And if you did not like the video, please like this video to let me know. States and capitals. States and capitals. Let's see what this is. The hell? What in the... What is this? We're all saved now. Girl, I'm like the Mormons. I blessed everybody. We've all been baptized,
Okay,
honey.
boys and girls, now let's begin. First established by the Declaration of Independence in
Okay.
1776, and the
Okay, we're not doing that. All right, touch magic for cats and kittens. Let's see what this is. Little touch kitty cat.
The T-Touch for Cats. Linda Tellington-Jones, one of America's foremost animal experts, developed the T-Touch as a result of over 40 years of work with animals.
She developed this.
Over the years, the T-Touch has been
Girl.
practiced in over 30 countries on almost every type of domestic animal.
That cat is like, get that out of my face,
are used
honey.
in zoos worldwide. Enhancing your relationship with your cat and improving their
Wait
health
a
and
minute
well-being
now,
is what
ma'am.
the Tellington Touch is about. Now, here's Linda.
T for, well,
Hi,
you can't
I'm
say
Linda
that T word
Tellington-Jones,
anymore.
And this is my friend Isabel. And we're
You
going
can't say the T word anymore, girls. But you know that song by RuPaul, the T Chaser song? There's some T Chasers up in here.
to be showing you today some of the Tellington touches, or the T-touches, that you can use to make a difference with your feline friend.
Oh.
I've been doing this work with cats now, off and on for the last 10 years as I worked with horses, and everybody who has a horse has a barnyard who has a cat in it.
What?
And what we found is that you can take a cat who perhaps is fine if you just kind of pet it once in a while, but it doesn't want to be in your lap. And by doing these strokes and various touches, you can have a cat that is really willing to snuggle in there with you and really spend some quality time that gives you something back. We've also found that cats who are perhaps okay with the family, but terrified when a stranger comes to the door, change their attitude. Or take an older cat who is starting to get a little bit stiff, doesn't want to be touched quite as much, hair, coat doesn't perhaps look as good. By stroking the ears and working on it in this way, you can really make a difference in how long your friend stays healthy. Show cats, we've used this quite a bit on. It's really stressful for a cat to go to a show and be stuck in the cage and have a stranger, the judge, picking it up and handling it.
So now they're doing cat shows for children. So the damn people wouldn't stop at the dirty, disgusting drag shows for children. Now they're doing cat shows. Oh my God.
A piece of meat. And by
her other cats are going wild in the background.
The body of your cat to be handled and touched all over in a nice way, in a encouraging, respectful way, I find that it really makes a difference to that show cat. We also find for injured animals and for cats recovering, for instance, from surgery, or who have various physical problems, that by doing these very gentle touches all over
other
their
cats
body
are going
and by working the
crazy.
ears, that you can help that cat to recover faster and to stay healthier longer. There are a couple of stories I'd like to tell you. I have lots of them, but it's a question of which might be the most interesting. I think perhaps my co-author's story of her cat is one of the most interesting. This was a 14-year-old cat belonging to Sybil Taylor, who lives in a household where strangers are coming constantly because she has a bed and breakfast. And before the touch, her cat used to disappear into the closet or under the bed the second the doorbell rang, and she wouldn't see him until the guests
Honey,
left.
that cat wants you to let it go, honey.
So, over a period of about a month, Sybil used to do the touch on this guy when the guests weren't there, and she'd maybe do 5 minutes, and at first he didn't like it, he wanted to get away, and after 4 or 5 times he would just
honey.
Get a little closer attention.
No, ma'am, leave it alone,
and after a
honey.
period of 2 weeks of doing the touches, perhaps 5 minutes, not more than twice a day, what began to change is that when the doorbell rang, he'd kind of hang around and say, I wonder who that is. Maybe that person is interesting. And after a month, he actually started coming out, looking people over and
How to
saying,
Pimp Your Cats Out
not only
101.
sit at your feet, but maybe in your lap. And that's a typical case that we find of these cats who really don't like to be touched. I have another story of what we call the slasher cat.
Uh-oh.
This was a calico that came to one of my 3-day trainings. This was a cat that would sleep on her friend's bed. She'd be sound asleep, move her hand a little, and the cat would nail her with her teeth and claws.
Jesus.
It wasn't very pleasant, but she loved this cat. And we brought him into a 3-day workshop and passed him around, which we often do. So
that is
many
going to give the cat
people
anxiety,
did the touches,
honey.
Many being maybe 4 or 5, did the touches on this cat over a period of 3
You
days.
randomly let
Not more
the
than
different people
10
touch
minutes
the
at a time,
cat.
because people couldn't take
You want
it,
to
nor
touch my
could the
cat? Girl, could you
And in the
imagine
beginning, we had to
taking
wrap
your
her in a
cat to
towel,
work day?
and
You
we
want to touch
actually
my
had to wear
cat?
gloves at first. And by the end of the 3rd day, this cat would just kind of hang out and be looking to see, okay, who's
She
going
kind
to
of
do
looks
this
like
to me
Celine
next?
Dion, doesn't
And
she?
the reports that we had a year later when she came back with the cat to another training was that this cat is completely changed. She, maybe once every 3 or 4 months, she'll kind of take a little nip or a little scratch, but she catches herself and she thinks about it. All I will be doing. A 3 touch is, and let's try this, is the firmest circle that you can make that's really comfortable. So try a couple of those. That's just what we consider a 3 only.
What?
And then go back to the 1. Feel the difference when there's absolutely no pressure and when there's a 3 pressure. It's quite a difference, isn't it? Now go to your arm. Go to the fleshy part of your arm.
What?
Make a very light connection with your thumb.
Honey, what is
And then
happening?
as lightly as possible, push
Ma'am,
that
that's not a
skin in
cat. That's your
circle on
arm,
like you did on
honey.
your eyelid for your 1. And see how little indentation there is. And check the person next to you. Just watch for a moment. Take the person next to you as you do your circle and see if they're sliding over the skin. Because some of you may still be
What?
sliding over the skin instead of catching the skin and pushing it. Now observe the
Is she trying to tell us
just
to touch your
imperceptible amount
cat
of indentation.
softly?
And now go back to the 3. Feel that 3 pressure. And go back to your arm and make that pressure. And look at the amount of indentation. Do you see the difference between
If
the
she
3
tells somebody to take off their
and then go back
pants,
to
I'm
the
calling the
1,
police.
And then the 3. And now look at the indentation at 3 and go twice as deep.
Okay.
What you imagine twice as deep. And that's like a 6.
What?
6, or with some of you it might even be a 7.
Whoa,
But you give it,
a
get a
7,
sense of that.
Jesus.
Now you'd think, okay, to get a 9, you'd go 3 times deeper.
A
Try it.
9?
It stops your breath. So if we want to go really deep on an animal, on a
What?
big, strong, muscled animal,
What?
instead of pushing harder, which will stop the breath,
Excuse
I have a feeling it's like
me.
stopping, pushing harder, which an animal stops your breath. So if we want to go really deep on an animal, on a big, strong, muscled animal, instead of pushing harder, which will stop the breath, and I have the feeling it's like stopping the cells. It's like, whoops, what's going on? You tip the fingers, so the fingernails lead, those of you who have them, and now give that pressure of a 9, and you'll find that you can go very deep and you won't hold your breath. One of the important things here is to make the connection very softly.
This lady is not allowed around animals in like 50 states. Okay, you do the math.
Soft connection, and
What is that under her?
Very softly with your.
What is that?
One of the important things here is to make the connection very softly with your thumb. Soft connection, and you'll find that you can go very deep and you won't hold your breath. One of the important things here is to make the connection very softly with your thumb. Soft connection, and these 4 fingers then just rotate, push the skin in 1.5 1 1/4 circles. Push the
Girl,
skin
that
in 1 1/4
sweater
circles
jacket that she
in a
has
clockwise direction,
is
usually.
so hairy,
and we'll get
honey.
into that later when you do counterclockwise. And what I'd like you to do is practice some of the variations that people get into. Common thing to do is stiffen the fingers and push the skin around fast. Try that. You see, when your fingers are stiffened, it makes you hold your breath. My hand very softly pushes the skin in a very large circle. You can cover a big area like this.
Situation where she is uncomfortable or afraid, she'll turn and slash or bite immediately.
Now, what I'm working to do here is to see if we can find where her boundaries are. I mean, is she consistent in where she allows you to touch her or not? So far, when I was working with her just in the house, she consistently let me touch her anywhere on the head and neck. And I didn't go any farther back because I've seen consistently that she doesn't.
Okay, girl, this is Lady Diana. Everybody thought she died, but she really just ran away and became a cat lady, honey.
What we're going to do is wrap her in a towel now.
Oh, girl!
Okay.
Oh my God! That cat don't be trafficked, honey.
Wrap her in a towel now.
Oh!
Okay. Oh
my God! Oh, gee! Oh, hey! Let it go, honey. Girl, sometimes you just gotta let it go, honey.
What we're going to do is that she doesn't let you any farther back. What we're going to do is wrap her in a towel now. Okay. It's okay. It's a good baby. It's a good baby. Now, what's important here is that her paws are on the ground. I never wrap a cat up. I think it's very unfair to them.
We're going to the Bill Cosby party for drinks. No, Dylan said.
And I've got her here quite...
Chris, next we'll be covering how to prevent blood loss and cleaning up cuts.
Firmly, but not so...
They literally put that cat in a burqa, honey. The cat didn't want to go in a burqa, honey. If you want to wear a burqa, do you. But don't force others to wear a burqa, honey. Okay?
She feels choked. You know, I mean, there's a fine line there. Good mama. Good mama. Good mama.
Imagine if you take this logic, and I understand that there actually is science behind what she's doing for the animals, but let's not follow the science. Let's pull a Joe Rogan, okay? Shall we? Okay, picture this logic for somebody you just met. Like, you grab a random person, put a towel over their body because you want to be able to pet them and touch them, but they don't want you to because they don't know you. So in order to convince the person to let you touch them from now on, you wrap them in a blanket, honey, and pet their head, okay? Logic done.
And this isn't so good because she can back out of this. Careful. Careful.
Careful.
And I like to have, what we have to do is lift this. I like to have them sitting between my legs on a couch to do this.
Oh.
Just hold this here so she can't go backwards because she could just flip backwards. Good girl, good girl. Good girl, good girl. Yeah. Maybe I could slip her you. But you hold her. Did she purr?
No, I mean now that she's calmer and you're stroking her head.
Well, she's not growling as much.
She looks so much like Celine Dion, it's crazy.
Now, you see, suddenly...
Girl, that cat is faded,
she can accept
honey.
this in the towel. And it's okay. Yes. You can do the hair slides and the growling stops.
In my lap, and I...
possibility of her struggling out of it. And yet it's not so tight that it makes her feel choked. It just makes her feel secure.
It's a cute animal,
It's kind of
though.
like a wake-up call. So by these little circles, we go all over here and say, come on, feel this. And once your cat begins to feel
honey.
different
Girl, that yellow
parts of
is
the
a
body,
movement, honey.
there is an increase in self-confidence.
She's massaging its mouth?
Is one of our closest connections to the limbic system, the part of the brain that controls emotions.
Honey, you're introducing bacteria.
And very gently. Yeah, it's a girl. Yeah, it's nice. Work first the outside of the lips.
What is she
Work
doing?
over the eyes a little bit here just to kind of get their cooperation and confidence here. With these little circles. It really changes the behavior of cats. Now I'm going to see if I can get into her mouth with the very tiny tips of my fingers with these little raccoon circles. And I support her head very gently. There's a tendency to grasp the head, which will not be very popular. That's a girl.
She's giving the
And
cat
I'm going to get up on the
Botox
teeth as
and
much as I
filler.
Oh, yeah.
What
And
is
the
she
little circles
doing?
right under the lips like this. Now, at first, your cat may not like this, so you have to be very
Like
gentle.
this. Think about it.
This
Treat
is
your
the first
cat.
time as far as
I mean,
know.
listen, I understand cats are not humans, but girl, at the end of the day, would you want a random finger from a, like, check this logic. If an alien was to come down here that was a more superior life form, would you want it sticking its finger in your mouth, honey? Like, come on, honey.
Bill has really had this work in her mouth. And I'm way up here under the lips. Now you can see that this would also be a practical thing to do to increase the blood circulation on the gums. Because often
It's
cats
a
have
living
to have
being. Its
rotten
own
teeth
system and
removed.
cells
So
will make sure
doing
there's
a little
blood
bit
in
of
the
gum
gums,
massage is something
honey.
that will really help to keep these.
She gonna lose a
teeth
press
healthy.
on, honey.
That's a girl.
I smell my
Nice.
finger.
What do you think of that? And it just takes a few minutes a day to keep the doctor
Give
away
the
from the
cat a
teeth.
water pig.
That's nice.
Girl, if
I was giving a presentation
if she pulls an Alicia Silverstone and sticks that tongue down that cat's mouth, I am out, honey. I am out.
to a number of years ago. And I was working on a very aggressive kitten. And as I was working, I said, now, if you think about this when you're doing your kitten's mouth, if you are nervous or if you have a tendency to lose your temper, just work on your own mouth and lips in this way. And one of the mothers called me the next morning and said her son was so excited, her 7-year-old, on the way home and said to her, I'm so glad I went to that talk tonight because now I know when I lose my temper, instead of breaking my toys, I can work my lips. Same thing with the kitties. When they lose their
Okay.
tempers, you can work their lips.
Post-op surgery. Okay.
Let's talk
Girl, not her
about
bringing the lesbians over. Girl, she invited the lesbians.
then
Hello,
they
Lou.
can lives in a big household, several dogs and several cats, and she's at the bottom of the pecking order. And
The
so she goes in a corner
pecking.
and won't come out.
She stays there all day. She never comes out.
So she never comes out of her corner. Now, what can we do for her to change her self-image? What? Do touches on her whole body. Would you like to put her, Sharon? And I don't like to work cats on my lap unless I have a skirt on that has enough weight to the fabric that it doesn't fall through, or else put them on
Brokeback
something
Cat
where they
Mountain.
feel safe. Or I like to sit on a couch and have
He's
them
on
sort
Cat
of between
Mountain,
my legs,
ain't he?
where the cat feels safe. Couch and have them sort of between my legs, where the cat feels safe. Now you can just begin to work on her.
I've been working on her for several hours,
Oh.
and she's very good. She really seems to enjoy the touch all over.
Okay, Melissa
except We've
McCarthy.
been getting stopped at the tail each time, and a couple
It's
of
like
times
she's
I
got a
little bit of
football
flexibility in the tail.
helmet on her
and she would
hand.
bring it out, and then it would go right back in like that again.
Okay, that's good. Now, did you notice when Cassandra first started to touch her, what did she begin to do with her hindquarters? Anybody notice?
Oh, jeez.
No, she started to lift them, didn't she? Didn't you see it? She started to lift them, and that's what a cat does if they like you. You know how they kind of get down on their front legs and they stick their little bottom up.
Stick their asses in your
See if you
face.
can do some little really soft circular touches that will get her to kind of, you know, stick her haunches up in the air.
Oh.
And you might try this. Let's just see something. You notice how she has her front legs
I
curled
love
under
that
her?
pink though. She's got some
What
pretty
I would
colors
suggest
around her. I
doing,
will give her
As long as
that.
she stays in this body posture, she's going to be resisting. And you can do a lot of touches on her, but she won't make very many
Pricey.
breakthroughs.
Meanwhile,
She's
Dolly
very
Parton
tight
walks.
here in the elbows. She's really
crying about
holding her
God.
legs close to
Pricey,
her
girl.
body.
Oh my
So
God,
one of the
honey.
things you've got to do here, can you see that? How she's tightening? And that's her tendency to go into the corner. So we have to change that.
Go into the corner,
So
Caroline.
I'm going to open the shoulders from
Go
the elbows.
into the corner.
And you can lift her.
Go into.
And make sure she's comfortable.
Cat butt
Put
in
a
the
hand
air.
here,
Cat lady
under, a
smelling
little farther
salts,
up.
Pierce
It's
says.
around the flank area, they don't like to be lifted. Can you see she just really...
Oh,
not
girl,
just-
she got the palsy
she
or
really
something, honey.
Tries to, yeah.
What are they doing?
Now, I'm just very soft. Oh, that's nice. Open these. Oh, that's nice.
Girl, she
Now,
got
I'm
the
just very
polio,
soft.
honey. That cat's got polio or
Get
something.
in your little mouth here again.
Why do we have to do this again? Like, what's the reasoning? I feel like this is stressing the cat. So any health benefits you think you're giving the cat are probably just canceled out by the stress hormones being released through the cat, turning the cell development over and aging your cat. Because inside cats and outside cats age differently. Outside cats age faster because of stress to their environment causes them the cells to turn over faster and stuff. So I just feel like this is unnecessary, honey.
That's very nice. Now, let's see if we can put her on... That's good, kitty. It's all right. I like the way she looks, doesn't she? Think, what's next? Now, can we get in here? We want you, instead of crouching, I want you to stand up. Take her tail.
Take her tail.
This is a funny position for a cat. Yeah, I know. Now, see how the back is hunched? What I want to do here is see if I can just...
Girl,
lift
that
this little
cat
back a
is
little bit
dropping
behind
like
your shoulders.
polio, honey. It looks like Mitch McConnell after the January
So it was
6th
easy on my
riots,
back.
honey. Let the cat go, honey.
You can do it. You can do it. Now I'm going to take her on her side, just because she's so intent on holding, and she's on all four legs. It's okay, sweetie.
Girl, that cat is
No, it's
done
okay.
with you, honey.
Now let's try. Let's try. Oh.
Girl, the cat is done with you, ma'am. The cat is done, honey. All right, let's see what else we got. We got burn fat and get fit. Let's see this. I think this is that crazy lady.
Morning is one of my favorite
Oh,
times
God,
of the
it
day.
is.
It's so
It's
beautiful
that
in the
Susan
Southwest.
lady.
Before I lost 133 pounds, the morning wasn't the favorite part
Burn
of my
fat
day.
and get fit.
I woke up so tired. I didn't have the energy or the strength that I have now. Hi, I'm Susan Powder.
Girl.
If you want to burn fat and look and feel
What is she wearing this time?
better than you have in years, then let's exercise. Let's interval train together. Interval training at home? Why?
Girl, why are you growing all that ivory? What is happening? Girl, she is coked out, honey.
Pretty clear to me. First, I can stay home with my kids. I don't have to go out of town to a
Can we talk about this back? Why does she have no cabinets on her I mean, you know, no doors on her cabinets? Girl, and all these Wiccan bottles and booze. Girl, she got a liquory up there, honey.
studio. And then you get to see my house. Big fun! All right. There's a much more practical
This bitch is so coked out.
reason why I wanted to film this exercise video in the house. It's because that's where you and I exercise. It also
The gym?
helps us with one of the big reasons so many of us don't exercise, finding the time. I go through the same problems as you do.
Is she going to exercise while she's cleaning or something?
Finding the time to exercise. Let's talk about interval training for a second.
Talk about the
This
nails.
is going to be different than any other aerobic class you've ever taken.
She's got a beautiful face, though. I mean, she has got a stunning face. Well, I'll give her that.
Different intervals. You're going to be doing 3 minutes of cardio and 1 minute of strength training.
And 1 pound of Coke.
You're going to be doing double training. You'll be increasing a different kind of strength by doing the intervals. You're not just going to be training your aerobic system.
Your
We're going to be
aerobic
training your
system. You're going to be straining your face. And then when you get done with that, you're going to be training your wallet, see? Because you're going to give me all your money, right? Middle-aged 11, totally, honey.
And system at the same time. Aerobic is the big fat burner, and the anaerobic, it's kind of the functional
Girl, be careful near that girl. She's anaerobic, honey.
part of being lean, strong, and healthy. The everyday living kind of moving. The lifting, the bending, the holding, the getting somewhere fast. The burst of energy that you need at 3 p.m. every single day. Interval training gives you that kind of strength.
She don't have
the aerobic
a bra
fat burning,
on. She's
always the
letting
focus with
those
me.
girls
You can't
hang.
blame me after losing 133 pounds. Look at this. This was me when I was 260 pounds.
What? I didn't think she ever had a weight problem because she looks so good. Jesus.
But then guess what I did? I included
I don't think that's really her. I think she's always been thin. Look at her skin. Her skin looks, no. You know when someone loses a lot of weight, like 100 pounds? If you lose 100 pounds, your skin's going to sag, honey.
in my exercise program, just like you're about to do with this video. And then my body really started to change.
Mama
This is where we're going to be exercising, in my living room. Here's what I want you guys to think about. Think about form, resistance, control, and extension. Think about it because it's better to do a movement properly once than it is to do it 1,000,000 times incorrectly. To do it properly means to use the muscle to do the movement. I'm going to be talking about this, about what I do weight backs, beginning to you're all the close your. If you're thirsty, get something to drink. How to make sure you can move you together. Other than those meant to modify hard.
Are you going to do it?
Get your breathing bang. You're out of breath. Get ready. You training. Get changed. Hey guys, you ready? I'll be back.
What in the hell? This bitch is on some
Hey guys,
coke,
you ready?
Kenny.
Let's get going. You guys remember Sally from the last video, don't you? Building strength and lean, strong, and healthy. Eric's joining us for the first time. Interval training. Let's go. Start with this leg. March it out. Right now. Take it out. Up. We're going to warm up slowly. Strong, right? Stay strong in the... No modifiers. 4.
What is happening?
It's 2. 2 step side. Go, go. Right here. Use it. Come on. Side. Again. Get the most out of it if you do this. Lift. Shoulders down. Stay if you want. Listen to it. To the butt. Heel. Don't bounce it. Control it. Right here. Pressing through. You got to stretch out.
What?
And arms keep going. Look
Yeah,
at
this
guys.
is the actual music. I'm not adding any music.
Come on. 4 more. Listen to it. It's 4 and 3 now. Now look at these arms. Slow.
I mean, it's really just filmed for her ego. It's not like if you're doing an exercise video, you want to just have one steady camera. You don't want to be zooming and cutting like a music video because you want the person to be able to see what the hell you're doing, honey. This is just done for this woman's ego.
Here the move. 4. I'm going to go get my box. Keep going. Ready? Here it is. Now back on.
Just vacuum your house and clean. You don't have to do all this. Then you're getting other things done too. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just feel like you should just clean your house.
I'm the modifier.
Is she a Buddhist? I feel like she's a Buddhist. Her house looks like Cher's house. No shade, just being honest. But Cher has dark brick. Yeah. Sorry, Susan, honey.
Deep in, deep breath out.
Okay, honey.
4 years on this program.
I don't know who this is, but she was on Letterman back in the day.
Take a walk on my side. He say, "Fine, mommy, take a walk on my side." Autoteile sammeln. Jetzt ist es. Take a walk on the
Betty
right
Davis.
Daffodil, daffodil, daffodil.
I don't know what's happening. This is me, because y'all know I love to get on here and sing, so it could be.
Hey, babe. Take a walk on the right side.
I don't know who this lady is, but her fashion is an icon. I mean, Tootsie Rapper surprise, honey. Good for her, though. You know what I'm saying? She's serving. She's older. She's rocking. This lady, I kid you not, is 47. To show you how good skincare has come in healthcare in our country. Nowadays, somebody that's 47 does not look like that, honey. You know what I'm saying? Seriously. It's just, it's amazing. It's amazing. All right, let's see this one. This is antique styled appliances.
When was the last time you bought a beautiful piece of kitchen furniture?
Oh, wait a minute, honey.
Debra Stoveworks has been building antique-style kitchen ranges for over 20 years.
Oh,
In
God, no,
1989,
honey.
Elmira's engineers and designers began work on the ultimate antique range series.
No, ma'am. That is, oh, God, and the cock underneath it is even worse.
Now, after years of development, we are proud to introduce you to Cook's Delight.
Oh, honey, no.
These beautiful antique-style ranges house the latest in features and technology. Cook's Delight.
Yeah, I need a piece of, I need an appliance that makes it look like a cremation studio. Girl, no, ma'am.
There's a big 30-inch oven in either gas, electric self-clean, or electric convection self-clean. The choice is yours.
The choice is yours.
The convection option will be a must for some cooks. Hidden in the cabinet above is a powerful exhaust fan and the electronic controls.
Girl, there's some jokes I have, but I
Our
can't say them
range-top
because it give me
burners are the
canceled.
latest
But it was
and
pretty funny.
state-of-the-art
Popped in my hand.
and are available in either gas, electric, or smooth top.
Smooth top.
The durable enamel finish is beautifully textured, like cast iron.
Is that shit? Why would you clean that off before you shot this?
But cleans up easily
Oh, okay. Oh, I was about to say, Jesus.
with a damp cloth or soap and water. Exterior design was modeled after an early American wood range called the Classic Clarion.
Pierce, hidden
First
above his
built
grandma's
around
ashes.
1850. The cabinet was inspired by an antique
This range was created when Roe versus Wade began, and it's back when it ends. Shocker.
range, the McClary Princess.
Look, she couldn't get an abortion, and neither can we now. Congratulations.
But remember, inside this antique queen beats a heart as modern as today. When you first look at the Cook's Delight,
Girl. Wait, is he talking about the oven or himself, honey? Because you know what I'm saying? Is he calling himself a queen, honey? Yes,
remember,
honey.
Inside this antique queen beats a heart as modern as today.
Girl, that is the line of the decade for my older girls out there. Okay, you know who you are, my gay older bears out there. Inside this antique queen beats a heart of yesterday. Say it again, honey. Say it again, Miss Queen Bear.
Remember, inside this antique queen beats a heart as modern as today.
Amen, honey. Girl, we need to cycle that. That's going on my soundboard, honey.
Inside this antique queen, the McClary Princess. But remember, inside this antique queen beats a heart as modern as today.
That's right.
When you first look at
Don't
the
be
Cook's
shading our
Delight,
older
you'll
gays.
probably wonder how you can get your 25-pound Thanksgiving turkey into that small oven.
Oh,
You'll
you force it, honey.
only wonder once. Behind the antique facade is one of the largest 30-inch ovens you'll ever see. Our convection range is
That
true
oven's kinda
convection,
small, though,
which means
honey.
a third element is dedicated to convection cooking. It's not true convection unless it has this element. Many North American ranges don't. Cook's Delight does.
When I stayed in a cabin on vacation one year, they had one of these older ones. I don't know if it was this brand, though.
One pan of crescent rolls bakes well in a standard oven.
Okay.
But try 3. A true convection oven bakes 3 pans of cookies, muffins, or
God
whatever.
damn, honey. Seriously, one croissant is the size of a damn loaf of bread.
With no problem.
Jesus.
This turkey is being roasted on the convection rack at 25 degrees less than normal.
Oh,
cooking time is reduced by 10 minutes per hour. When it's done, it will be browned evenly all over and will be juicier than if it had been cooked the regular way. Using the roasting rack provided, heat will be circulated over, under, and around the meat, sealing in the juices quickly for a moist, tender roast while creating a rich golden brown appearance.
Oh, look at that. Oh, yeah.
Mouth-watering.
Oh, that was him. Girl, he gave me chills. Mouth-watering. Listen to him.
Golden brown appearance. Mouth-watering.
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 Wow, Smokey the Bear, honey.
Included with each convection range is an 80-page color convection cookbook containing lots of recipes.
Just a reminder,
and
make
an
sure you hit
easy
that
guide
like
to
button,
convection
girls.
cooking.
And if not subscribed, hit that
Please
subscribe
note,
button.
all of the standard
really
oven features are
appreciate it.
still available on the convection model. Just select bake rather than convection.
Wait, why am I getting kind of sad? I'm thinking of the Toy Story 2 song. And that's when I was a stove, but then she got rid of me because I was easy bake. And little Susie grew up to get a real oven, so she gave me away. Girl, that song, girl, made me so depressed. I wanted just to walk off a cliff.
Tender Cook is a separate low wattage element that cooks
Oh, I thought that was like a cat carrier. I'm like, with Jesus?
like a crock pot. It will slow roast, slow cook casserole dishes,
Fiesta.
simmer sauces, soups, or stews throughout the day or night. This feature is available only on the electric convection range.
Fiesta.
A color cookbook is included. Variable temperature broiling is another important feature not to be overlooked. All Cook's Delight models have it.
Fiesta for fiesta.
That looks good.
Fiesta for fiesta.
That looks good.
Good.
The
Good.
gas oven features an infrared top broiler. Our gas ranges feature sealed gas burners in 3 sizes that are adjustable from a very low simmer to one of the highest of all domestic ranges. The super burner can boil big pots of water fast and can rival that of any commercial range.
Super burner, honey.
All our gas ranges have reignition. It's a safety device that will automatically relight any top burner that has accidentally gone out. Reignition gives your family peace of mind. Burners can easily be converted to propane. The electric range may be ordered with either the traditional ultra-temp sealed cast burners or the new high-speed radiant elements under black ceramic glass.
Whoa, honey.
Choice is yours.
Choice is
Of
yours.
course, flat-bottomed cookware is recommended. The cabinet hides the brains of this beauty.
Oh, my
The
explosion
electronic
thing ain't
clock,
working.
minute
What?
minder, the automatic oven timer, and thermostat. Also included is a powerful exhaust blower that removes unwanted cooking odors, either through the charcoal filter or by exhausting them to the outside. An under-cabinet light illuminates the cooking surface and can act as a nightlight.
Oh, fancy.
The electric self-cleaning oven will turn the dirtiest oven into one that looks like this.
Wow.
The self-cleaning feature
When
really
she loved
works
me,
well.
that was it, Joanne.
If you have a minimum 30 1/4 inch wide opening in your kitchen, a Cook's Delight range will fit. See the installation and operating manual for details.
Cook's Delight.
Because our units are custom built to your requirements, we can offer you some very interesting, beautiful matching fridge freezer.
Oh, he's got a fridge.
The Cook's Delight
honey.
side-by-side refrigerator will add new charm to your Victorian
ugly.
or country home.
Girl,
Notice
it's so
the detailed
ugly.
scrollwork. See how it perfectly matches the range. Inside is a full 24 cubic feet of usable space, and the most deluxe features offered at
Girl,
a fridge
looks like
today.
a coffin. It so does.
Spill-proof
Pricey.
glass shelving. Spills are neatly contained by the unique lip. The sealed vegetable crisper with adjustable humidity control keeps foods really fresh.
Really fresh.
This temperature control on the meat keeper helps meats stay fresher for days.
Days.
I really like this sealed snack pan. It keeps leftovers and open packages from drying out. Very nice.
Very nice.
You can store any of your favorite beverages on this handy wine rack.
Wine rack.
The 4 big door racks keep large bottles and items
Yeah, I mean, I
at your
don't spill
fingertips.
stuff in my fridge either.
2 of them are deep enough to hold gallon milk jugs.
Wow.
On the
Pretty
other
nice.
side, this handy freezer has 3 adjustable shelves and a storage bin to create 8.7 cubic feet of usable freezer space. Now
So
it's easy to see
organized.
at a glance what's in your freezer.
Oh, the organization is
I
giving
love
me a
the
vibe,
through-the-door
honey.
ice maker. At the push of a button, it dispenses crushed ice or ice cubes, as well as chilled water.
Oh,
It's
God.
wonderful for parties.
Water me, honey.
The
Water
fridge
me.
rolls out easily on its adjustable rollers for cleaning. The wraparound doors are made from high-impact reinforced ABS and are finished in durable, textured enamel that will match
Yeah,
our other products.
thank you for pointing that out, Jay. Don't put your milk in the fridge door. It's not cold enough. Your milk will spoil. Get you a thermometer and put it in your fridge, and then put it in different sections of your fridge so you can see the different zones, so you know exactly where you should be putting like your dairy, honey. Seriously, if you drink death milk, that's what I call it. Would you drink your grandmother? I think not. Why would you drink cow's milk, you sicko?
White, almond, or black are the standard colors. Optional combinations in black almond or black white are available. Color-matched oak trim
The
is
Christian
used around the
household, we don't
door.
mix our colors.
The oak nameplate can be color-matched to the fridge or finished in light or dark oak
Oh my
stain.
God, that is horrible.
Our refrigerators meet the new EPA guidelines.
EPA?
They are CFC-free. That means no CFCs,
Oh, honey. Well, you might want to talk to the Supreme Court about the EPA, honey.
either in the injected foam insulation or in the refrigerant system. New from Elmira Stoveworks are these matching door panel kits for your dishwasher and existing built-in side-by-side refrigerator. Just give us the model of appliance to be fitted and the exact dimensions of the panels. We will custom make them to your size.
Damn, honey.
All of our
This has
products
got to
come
be
with an easy-to-read
expensive, honey.
installation and operating manual. They're backed by a 1-year parts and labor warranty
1 year
and a 5-year
warranty.
element, burner, and compressor warranty.
Compressor
Because our
warranty. 1
products use
year?
standard
1 year for this shit? Are you kidding me?
element, they're backed by a 1-year parts and labor warranty.
In the 90s, 1 year? That is a shit warranty. In the 90s? I mean, even now, I guess now you have shitty warranties, but in the 90s, girl, you could go get a Whirlpool, honey, and at least get 5 years, honey. Hell to the no. Take your shitty stuff and move on, Carol Ann. Jesus.
And a 5-year element, burner, and compressor warranty. Because our products use standard domestic components, service, if required, is usually quite simple. All our products are shipped fully assembled and ready to install. Let's hear what some owners have to say about Cook's Delight.
Dear Elmira Stoveworks, just wanted to drop you a note to let you know how much we're enjoying our new Cook's Delight.
Honey, the people in China could care less. They probably can't even read what you wrote, honey. People that made the shit ain't reading your letter. Take a seat. This is how I know rich people have too much damn time on their hand. This bitch sat down and wrote a letter to a damn Chinese company. Take a seat, Mary Ann.
Beautiful, and it's the perfect stove for our country kitchen. And I'm amazed at the comments I'm getting from visitors.
Dear Kiki Mao, thank you so much for making my fridge in Foxconn, honey. Here I attached a photo. I hope you enjoy it when you're sitting at home sweating from working 24/7 in slave labor, honey. Dear rich lady from America.
We've even had friends of friends stop by to see it. I really should charge admission. Thanks for making such a neat appliance.
love my stove. It's efficient and beautiful. I even think my cooking has improved.
Enclosed are some
Oh, get saved.
pictures of my cook's delight. My
Rich people get on my nerves.
stove is the talk of the town.
You'll write a letter, but you can't write a check, you cheap-ass bitch.
It looks beautiful and it operates like a dream. I am very pleased with it and have passed your address on to several people. Thank you for everything.
Girl, 208 Crawfield Circle, something West Virginia.
Sincerely, Dorothy Smith.
They didn't even take her address out of the letter.
So that's the Cook's Delight family of products.
Dear stove people, your stove blew up and killed my husband. Have a nice day.
With a classic look.
Dear child in Foxconn, thank you so much for fashioning my iPhone 12. I really love it. I hope you have a wonderful day. Attached is a photo of my iPhone in my glorious 6-bedroom home, 9-bath. Good day.
Antique-styled, state-of-the-art product you choose.
Vanessa, I have not looked. I'll try to remember to look next time I go to the store, Vanessa. La da, la, oh my God, girls, what a way to end, seriously. Well, girls, I think this is it. We've been here for almost an hour, well, almost 2 hours, girls, 1 hour and 56 minutes. Girls, thank you so much for joining tonight. Thank you, girls, for liking the video. Thank you, girls, for being a subscriber to the Church of Debra membership. If you do that, you do get to vote on the movie of the week. This Saturday, we're going to be watching a movie. I'm going to be posting that pretty soon, so be on the lookout in the channel's membership community tab thingy. And yeah, so make sure you vote, honey, on that. Girls, thank you so much for hanging out. It has really been a blessing. I hope each and every one of you has a wonderful day, a wonderful night, a wonderful whatever, okay? Thanks as always, my friends. Y'all have a wonderful night, a wonderful day, and a wonderful whatever, my friends. Thanks, everybody. You have a wonderful night, a wonderful day, and a wonderful whatever. Thanks a lot, my friends. Thank you, friends. Y'all have a wonderful night, a wonderful day, and a whatever, my friends. A wonderful night, a wonderful day, and whatever, my friends. A wonderful night, a wonderful day, and a whatever, my friends. Whatever, my friends. Whatever, my friends. What? Church is adjourned.